Number 5. Smile.jpg is a creepypasta story written about a strange image of a dog that reportedly drove many of its viewers insane. The exact origin of this photo is unknown, but it's widely believed to have originated on 4chan back in 2008, though some suggest the photo is actually much older, claiming to have found an old Polaroid copy of the photo which was covered in blood, though this is likely to have been hoaxed. According to the story, an amateur journalist visits the home of an elderly woman who claims to have a great story to share. Though rather than simply telling the young man the story, she locks herself in a bedroom, crying and ranting about strange hallucinations she's been having, all of which surround an old floppy disk that she was given that contained an image of a dog, smiling, an image that is apparently cursed. She then insists that she's heard similar cases over the years as well. Viewing the image supposedly led to this woman's insanity. It's claimed that the original image doesn't exist online, though many similar copies of it do. The only way to ever know if you've witnessed the actual smile.jpg image is when it's too late and you're already dead. Supposedly, attaching the file to a message and spreading the word of its existence is the only way to release yourself from the curse. Number 4. The Rake is a strange humanoid figure that was first witnessed back in 2003 in the northern United States. The sightings of this being sparked local media attention and even a short investigation by locals, though just as quickly as the search began, it mysteriously ended, and nothing was ever mentioned of the Rake again. Even stranger is that all of the stories pertaining to the creature on news websites or videos were taken down without explanation. A group of witnesses from New York claimed to have seen the creature in person, and according to the group, they each felt different emotions regarding the creature. Some felt terrified and uncomfortable, while others felt that the being was expressing a childlike playfulness. These reports led to an eventual follow-up investigation in 2006, which unearthed numerous sightings of the Rake dating all the way back to the 12th century. One of the most disturbing instances surrounding this creature is actually a suicide note, written in 1964, that says, "As I prepare to take my life, I feel it necessary to assuage any guilt or pain I have introduced through this act. It's not the fault of anyone other than him. For once I awoke and I felt his presence, and once I awoke and saw his form. Once again I awoke and heard his voice and looked into his eyes. I cannot sleep for fear of what might happen the next time I awake. I cannot ever wake. Goodbye." Found in the same wooden box as this letter were 2 empty envelopes addressed to William and Rose, and 1 loose personal letter with a no envelope reading, "Dearest Lenny, I've prayed for you. He spoke your name." Number 3. Lavender Town Syndrome is the name given to a massive surge of child suicides and illness that took place in Japan in February of 1996, mostly affecting children between the ages of 7 and 12. Rumors claim that these suicides only took place after children began playing the original Pokemon games for the Nintendo Game Boy. More specifically, the illnesses are believed to have set in after the children arrived in the town of Lavender Town within the game. Researchers believe that this was caused by the town's theme music, which allegedly contained extremely high frequencies that only young children could hear, as their ears are much more sensitive than adults. The soundtrack, which has now been dubbed the Lavender Tone, led at least 200 children to their deaths, many jumping from high windows or hanging themselves. The children who didn't harm themselves began acting irrationally and reported severe headaches. The Lavender Town soundtrack differs a bit from game to game, and since the incident was brought to light, programmers were quick to solve the issue and lowered the tone of the music. Since then, no other incidents were reported. In 2010, a video appeared showing a visual analysis of the Lavender Town music. The video showed that certain portions of the song were actually created in order to show the image of the Pokemon Unknown, a Pokemon which actually wouldn't be released until a few years later. It's believed that this is the reason why the music seems so sporadic and ear-piercingly sharp at times, simply because the programmers wanted to insert a small Easter egg into their work. Now, prior to showing you a clip of the music, I'd like to make it painfully clear. If you're under 12 years old, either don't listen to this clip or at least turn the volume down a bit, as some of the frequencies are definitely quite shrill. But here it is. Number 2. Jeff the Killer, also known as Jeffrey Woods, is the main character of a creepypasta by the same name, who loses his sanity and begins to struggle with homicidal tendencies. According to the story, which originated back in 2008, Jeff has extremely pale skin and no eyelids, as they've been burnt off in a fight with other kids from school. Because of this fight, Jeff's brother, whom Jeff cared about deeply, was sent to a juvenile detention center. Jeff found it very difficult to cope with this, causing him to spiral into a deep depression and rage. As the story progresses, Jeff turns more and more into a monster, eventually turning against his mother and father, killing them both. Later on, he finds his younger brother in bed, trying to hide from him. Jeff finds him and utters the phrase, "Go to sleep," just as he stabs him in the chest. Jeff has become one of the most popular creepypastas to date, and has certainly made the rounds as an internet meme in recent years, even rivaling the popularity of Slender Man. The story has been recreated and elaborated over the years, with its most popular version being a 2012 remake. Because of the story's popularity, there have even been talks about a full-length motion picture, though it's believed that these plans quickly fell through. Regardless, Jeff the Killer remains one of the creepiest internet memes to date. Number 1. Slender Man is quite possibly the most well-known, terrifying internet story of all time. Slender Man is an internet meme, as well as an urban legend. The story first became popular on the forum website Something Awful, but quickly spread from there. He's widely viewed as a type of demon that abducts young victims after psychologically tormenting them, and either kills them or pulls them into a different dimension or realm of reality. Though certain tellings of the story also claim that he's believed to impale the children, cannibalizing them later on. It's said that Slender Man's faceless man-in-a-suit persona is simply a form that he assumes while on Earth, and that his true form is much larger and more terrifying, though it cannot be seen by humans. Slender Man has not only become a pop culture icon in recent years, but is an excellent example of just how popular an internet meme can become. Slender Man has been featured in countless video games, television shows, and even inspired numerous feature films, rightfully earning the title of one of the creepiest and most popular internet memes of all time. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to click that like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell to keep updated with our videos.